Hi dudes, welcome back to another episode of Minecraft Create. Today we're going big, or we're going home. I'm losing track, but we're making more steps towards our, what the heck is this? Hold on, something, is that glowstone? Oh, dang, okay, cool. Apparently a mob dropped glowstone. We're making more progress on our journey towards making, why can I not talk good? Making a concrete factory so we can keep up with the freaking factory's expenses. Let me see, I'll probably put, you know what, I'm gonna put nether stuff over here, and it's gonna be netherrack, boom, that's where glowstone goes. For now, we can always move it. In the last episode, we made the mob grinder, of course, because we were going to need a supply of bone meal out here, and I didn't feel like getting it any other way. Although, I might supplement it with another way of getting bone meal, too, but my ADHD is killing me. First things that we need to do is just start setting up the new route, because the concrete is going to be a self-contained area of this. I could technically... Is it? Let me think about this, because I could go over to where the block-making factory is... Right, and make that where we make the concrete, but my fear with that, actually, maybe that's just smart. Maybe I should just use this part over here to make concrete. Yeah, you know what? That's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna build it over here. It's gonna be fine. It's all gonna be fine, probably. The first thing I need to do is come up with a scalable, if we can, cement mixer design. And because we're going to need to make them for all the different colors that we want to make, right? Because each one requires, like, we're going to make white concrete powder, right? It's 1 white dye, 4 sand, 4 gravel, and I can put it into a mixer. So I think that's easier than doing automated crafting, personally. So it takes up less space, that's for sure, instead of a 3x3. So the idea would be that we pull the things out of here and they shoot over, right? But then the next step is I need to get a steady supply of white dye over here. Which, how the heck do we get white dye? It's made from bone meal. Oh, well, that's easy. There's a way to mill it? Okay. So we probably want to be milling our bones to have a chance to get or we could just crush it, right? I bet crushing works. Yep. So we need to start sending our bone meal to the crusher. So we're going to set up the bone meal to start going to the crusher. That means that we don't have to create the bone meal here, which means this one could just work like this. But that's not going to be the case for everything, right? This is kind of what I'm thinking. I'm trying to make sure that there's enough space. Basically, right here will be where we do any dye processing, because I think making enough dye won't be that hard, and it can be sort of the limiting factor about how fast we make each set of concrete. I did have to make it one longer so that, because I always forget that the tunnels need to be on this conveyor belt, not this one. Anyway, in theory, that should just work, and then immediately make 9 or 8 concrete sand and spit it out for processing. That's my plan. So I'm going to set up these first 2 so we can test them, and then we'll go from there. I got it wired up on just sort of like a test, all right? And we're holding some stuff right here, and I'm going to throw it in. We're going to see if it works. So if I go bop, 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 bop. Nope, I didn't mean to throw that in. Yep, okay, cool. It didn't take it. You should now start rolling, dude. It's not putting out the concrete powder. Okay, but what about down here? Oh, I didn't wire this part up. Let's see. Let's see if I go like this, and then I think it is 2 gearboxes, like so. Ta-da! It's gonna go. Boom. Look at that. We got white concrete powder and black concrete powder ready to go, and it's scalable. Perfect. And so now I need to set up the thing to make black dye. Which I suppose, I think I'm going to need 16, right? So I'm going to need 8 of these. Yeah, it's probably better just to put them there. Okay. That's phase 2, gang, but it's coming together. It's coming together. As many of you know, I can't do math. So, remember when I said I needed, I would need 4 and, just 2 high? I needed 4 high, because there's 16 colors of concrete, and obviously we're gonna make all of them. What else? How else would I live my life? So we now have all of the concrete mixers. Ta-da! One for each color. Now we just need to set up the die system. So this is all connected by trim. So I can come over here and literally just have a die processing spot where we make all the die, and then it goes over there and it goes into the same like storage system and immediately is ready to go. And it'll just produce as fast as it can. That's the plan. So I need to figure out how to make the die system. Some of them are very easy, some of them are very hard. And then, well, then we're good to go. Really, truthfully. Close to being up. Well, no, then the next thing we need to figure out is, do we turn the concrete powder into concrete here, or do we move it somewhere else to like a fan facility? I'm not sure yet. TBD. That's phase 4. Ugh. All right, next up, it's die o'clock. Okay, well, I've set up the storage, okay, which was a lot of work because we had to make 16 for each. 16 dies, 16 powders, 16 concretes. This way I can just store whatever I need to. I may end up not doing the concrete. I think I'm going to do the concrete here because while I do want to build like a full-on smelting facility, I don't know if this is the spot to do it. So today, the episode to do it. So I've already set up the miller. Now, the miller is milling coal, right? And if you look at coal, if you mill coal, where did it go? Mill coal, is it, maybe did I need to right click? Yeah, if you, if you mill coal, you get 2 black dye and you have a 10% chance to get a gray dye. So as coal gets delivered here, it's going to turn into black dye, which will then get served here. Ta-da! And then also, look, we already have 5 gray dyes, so that's fantastic. That's 1 dye down, but it's also one of the more important dyes, right? I don't have to worry about, like, we maybe won't make, like, magenta today or something because I haven't really been using it, but if we're gonna make a concrete factory, we might as well go big, right? Similarly easy is the white dye. It's just bone meal that goes through an automatic mechanical crafter. So, one at a time, it gets turned into white dye, and it's going in over there. Why is that missing? That might have been my fault. Yeah, that one might have just been before I put the chutes in. Okay, so now we have white dye and technically a little bit of gray dye and black dye. 10 more dyes to go. You guys, I'm spiraling. I'm spiraling. I'm spiraling. There's a much more complex way to do this. And what's the rule? What's the rule? I never do things the easy way. Some of these dyes, really the only way to get them, the best way to get them is from horticulture, right? Look at this, look at this, look at this. Green dye, for example, if I crush creeper heads, well, not that. If I crush a large fern, I get a ton of green dye. If I crush a cactus, I get a ton of green dye. If I crush a rose bush, I get a ton of red dye and green dye. Rose red, or poppy, the same thing. A sea pickle, well, that's kind of interesting. And that's kind of true for, like, all of these bad boys. Crushing is, like, the way to go. Because here's the problem with gray dye. Gray dye costs a black dye and a white dye. You do get 2, but that's going to eat into my everything. So this means that we need a whole garden wing. It does. It really, truly does. Because carrots make it, everything. But that's like, oh, that's a project, gang. So here's what we're going to do. Today, we're gonna get the basics running, okay? We're getting white and black, and we're gonna let them start populating. And we're gonna set up the system to not smelt, but, you know, turn water, hydrate concrete into sand into powder, concrete powder into concrete. We're gonna complete the system, and the next episode we're gonna build ourselves the most insane garden factory you've ever seen. And then that is going to, in turn, completely change our ability to get dyes, and then we will be rich. So this is going to be a 2-parter. It has to be. It has to be. It's the only way to do it. But we still have plenty more to do to get this ready for the dyes, and then we can dye. So I'm going to start setting up the system to process the concrete. We're also going to have to update the train so that we can import sand and gravel and coal and bone meal. We're going to need more bone meal. Oh boy, buckle up. We're about to get busy. We're playing a game right now called Where the Heck is My Bone Meal? Because I can't find it. So you see right here, I got bones loading up on the crusher, right? Okay. If you come over here, oh, wrong side. If you come over here, I have a spot for bone meal. I have almost 4,000 bones. I have 1 bone meal. Where's the bone meal, gang? Bones are loaded up. Okay, train is full. It's gonna come over here. Where is my bone meal? This doesn't feel like a hard question. There's no bones in storage, which means the bones are getting crushed. Bones are getting crushed. There's also no bone meal in the thing waiting to be picked up, unless it's one of these, maybe. Are these filters not set up properly? I'm not sure. Are the bones still on the? Are the bones just staying on the truck? Is that what's happening? Did I not pull bones? No, but it's got bones right here. But it's not. Show me the bones inside the train. Not gonna show me the bones inside the train. I think the bones aren't getting off the train. I'm gonna have to check the filters once the train leaves. Show me the bones, brother. All right, let's see. No, it's just only... Oh, yep. I don't got bones on the list. That's what it is. All right, hold on. I gotta update these filters. Now that we've updated the filters, let's see. Let's try this again. Do I got bones coming in? Do I got bones? No, but that's just because filtering is weird. Okay. Please send me some bones. Do I need to make one of these, like, not? I might. Might have to make one of these not do gravel or cobblestone just for my own sanity. But we'll see. Stand by. Could also make the train stay longer. There are solutions to these problems. What? Where are the bones, brothers? I see the bones go on the thing. Am I a lunatic? What is happening? Bones are going onto the train. Alright, I'm making one that's bone only. I can't stand this. It's going to be for things that need to be crushed that aren't one of the major things, right? There we go. We have 2 now that are set to bones, but I'll add other things, right? As we send more things to get crushed that aren't cobblestone or sand, or gravel, rather, they will go there. Surely this will fix it. This can't be real. This can't be Where are the bones going? Am I an idiot? Are they getting pulled out immediately? Is that what's happening? The bones just going on a loop? No, because the only thing it's allowed to pull out is tuff and cobblestone. In fact, shouldn't it be pulling out? Oh, it is that. It's these filters. Okay, the bones are not making it onto the train. Got it, okay. Finally, okay. We got the bones going. All right, finally. All right, we're good. We have bones in here, which also means, did I set up a thing? Yeah. Okay, the bones are grinding. All is well now. Okay, the filters are going to be the most annoying part of this whole system, but you know what? They're not as bad as they used to be. Look at that. Now we're getting dyes. Or not dyes, but, you know. Bone meal. Perfect. Okay. Cool, we're good. So now that bone meal will get carried over, and let me show you, but I've added the, like, other side of the train over here and filtered it up, I believe. We're making progress. So now... Oh, the train's full. Got it. Okay, cool. Now, this will come over here. We're dropping off sand and gravel. It will also do bone meal and coal. Yeah, we already have 336 black dye. We have 11,000 coal. We just need that to come in. We have 119,000 sand. We have 2 gravel. All right. I need to increase the gravel production even more. But it's working. So now, the last piece of the puzzle we need for today is to turn the powder into concrete. It's not hard, but it is going to take some thinking. I'm actually making an emergency change to the cobblestone system because look, I just noticed that this item vault is full and this one has there's 45,000 cobblestone in those 2 and not in these other ones. The conveyor belt system was jamming and it was starting to lag because this item vault was overflowing. It was just spitting cobblestone everywhere and I think that might have crashed my server earlier. So we're moving to a waterway to make this all better. I'm going to set that up real quick. Then we'll set up the concrete. Then the factory will be better and it should be a little less laggy. So that's nice. Okay, much better. Everything is actually flowing now. And you can see we've emptied these vaults. Also, I learned something pretty cool that I don't think I knew. You can waterlog a a belt. So I just set it up so like the source, the beginning of the water is at each of these belts coming out, spits it right in the water, doesn't break the flow, nothing's really getting stuck anyway, and it seems good to go. So that should, it already has been like a lag improvement, so I'm glad I did it, because this part's a little laggy over here. And we seem to be getting cobblestone even faster, so I'm pleased with that. 16,000 over there. Yep, okay, cool. That ought to do the trick. Now we can set up something to do our this concrete. I know what it's called. I know what I'm doing here. I know who I am. Shut up. I've gone with a very easy system that I can scale up quickly. It's just 4 fans pointing downward vertically with water catalysts attached to them. So the electro waters, it hydrates the concrete powder, turning it into concrete, and then it hooks back into the system. Ta-da! We did it. So right now we're doing 4 stacks at a time. When it's done, a new stack will drop out or closest thereof. As you can see, we already have 577 white concrete, 1,300 gray concrete. That's crazy. 5,000 concrete powder, 6,000 white concrete powder. We've used all our gray powder. So it's gonna run. I don't know. I may need to increase the number of fans just to keep up. We'll kind of see as we add more. This could be a choke point. It's easy to keep adding them this way, right? I put it sort of on this thing where I can add more. For now, this is a good start because I can let it run when I'm not online. So we have black, gray, and white concrete all up and running. We are, let's see, how much black dye do we have? 2,000 black dye. We've used all of our white dye. But I have plenty of bone meal that's getting processed. I also have plenty of coal, so that's going. And periodically, that'll turn into gray. The coal has a chance to turn into gray, like 1 in 10. So we keep getting gray. That's 3 of the 16. Next episode, we're going to dial in on our horticultural side and figure that out. But the last thing I need to do is figure out how to get it back to storage. Because right now, this is self-contained. This isn't on the part that's going back on the train. That's this one. So I need to figure that out real quick. Wouldn't be hard, but I think I just do something where I move the concrete over here to touch it. Yeah, why not? I could literally do just like a little waterway right here. Maybe that's the vibe. Nice and easy. Ta-da! This is the easiest, laziest way to do it, but as the concrete cooks or wet, ew, it immediately shoots out over here, gets loaded up here, and it's ready for delivery. Yeah, look at that. We already have 64 white concrete ready to go. And then it comes over here. Hopefully it gets picked up. Let's make sure. I think so. I don't think this is set to filter anything. I think it's just like, yep, everything. Which means we should have white concrete here now. Where's my concrete? I get lost in my own storage, dude. 3,000 white concrete, 1,500 gray concrete. Perfect. Boys, factory's up and running. Next episode, we're going to take it to 11. So buckle up, hit the like button, and I'll be back soon.